Thank
Is
you,
there anything
Lori.
else? All right, so let's move on to the next item, which is FY 21-025, the classification tax allocation adoption of residential factor. To the members that
So
are on.
today, Shelley
Okay.
McCauley from the assessing office is here to
Yep.
kind of answer any questions or give a little rundown if anyone needs to know how that process works and how we set our tax rate to calculate our tax bills.
I wouldn't mind an explanation. This is Susie.
And,
Ditto, Julie.
and so Lori and Shelley, I just have one quick question as we start to get into it, right?
Yep.
I believe historically, I forget the exact numbers, but we have set our rate similar to towns surrounding us. If we change it, is there something there where it's difficult to change back? And correct me if I'm wrong, but it also makes us less attractive to business or future business in the town if we were to raise it on the business side. I believe I had those history points right, but I'm sure you'll cover it in your overview, so I'll pause now.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Shelley should be able to answer that. Josh, can you unmute her?
I'm unmuted.
She's
Yay.
unmuted.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So unfortunately, my values have not been certified, so I can't give you like exact figures but I'll just give you an overview. So at the classification hearing, the town council has to decide the percentages of the tax levy each class of real property and personal property bears each year. And to do so, a residential factor is adopted. And the residential factor governs the percent of the tax levy to be paid by each class. And so if a factor of 1 is adopted, then the tax rate will be the same for all classes. And so we have always, ever since I've been here, and I think as far historically, Bridgewater has always adopted a residential factor of 1. So in other words, you won't be shifting the tax burden to any other class. It will stay the same for all classes.
Yep.
But I don't actually have figures. I mean, I can tell you what the minimum residential factor is. I know that so far. That's 92.658, but I can't shift it for you because they haven't certified my values. Unfortunately, they're working on that right now. So I guess I can try to answer as much as we possibly can. So last year, percentage of the levy residential was 87.08. And this year, if my values are certified, it's going to be 87. No, last year was 87.10. And this year will be 87.19. And the SIP, which is commercial, industrial, personal property, last year was 12.89, and this year it's going to be 12.80. So it's very minimal. And the 3 towns that I use that are surrounding us is Middleborough, Rainham, and West Bridgewater. Excuse me. And their percentage of their total value last year was residential for West Bridgewater was 68%. Middleborough was 82% and Rainham was 75%. And you can see that we're at 87%. So generally, I mean, I have to do a really extensive, but there's generally, I think the last time I looked, it was somewhere, I don't even think below 80, like 82. No, maybe not 82, maybe like 84 have split the tax rate. I mean, there's a bunch of factors that you have to consider, I'm not quite sure how in depth you want to.
That's
So,
factor. What are our other choices? Like, what would factor 2 mean or factor 3? Is that
There
just
is no factor to the lowest, the minimum you can go with. Well, you go 92. That's what I'm saying. I can't put them into my what if scenario because I haven't been certified by the state yet.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can go to last year's and give you a little, like a preview if you want me to do that.
No, I guess I just mean, so it's gonna be a factor of one, but the factor of one percentage changes. Is that what you're
Right,
saying?
so so last year, let's look at it this way. I'll just give you something last year so we can like look at it.
Mhm.
Last year, at a residential factor of one, our tax rate became 1473. That was our tax rate last year. If we did a SIP shift and we actually had the residential factor of 0.9852, which actually is 1.10%, it would have been 1451 for the residential, and the SIP would have became 1620. And that would have decreased the residential tax bill by $87, but increased the business commercial tax rate by $1,083.
Okay.
You know, and
Is
in
this
these numbers you just told us here, Shirley, you know, I see it appears that our percentages are going up in residential and down in commercial. And, you know, that's really the opposite direction you want to go on if you were
Well,
ever going to consider.
Yeah, well, don't forget,
splitting,
they had built out Claremont. So you got all those apartments up there. That's the residential class.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Yep, you know, just
you
the-
think
just the-
apartment building would be commercial, but it's not. It's the residential class.
And we got the preserve and everything else. But, you know, I was just having a conversation going back to competitiveness with one of, I'm not going to name who it was, but, you know, one of the largest commercial.
Okay, hold on. You're it's
Gary and
huh?
Am I going in and out?
Yeah, go ahead, try again.
All right, let me try again. So anyways, I was talking to one of the larger commercial owners here in town.
Mhm.
He has other properties, and he said one reason why Bridgewater has been attracted to him, especially recently, is because of the tax rate.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
And he's like, it helps me get tenants in here because they pass it through
Yep,
because they pay less.
yep.
So, you know, really, if we want to increase our commercial, so maybe someday we can relieve the burden a little bit, we got to keep growing our commercial base. And we certainly, my personal opinion is we don't want to scare that base away by having a higher commercial tax rate, which you see in Brockton.
Especially in today's environment, right?
That's right.
So I'm in complete agreement, Nate.
Yeah, so there's like, you have to weigh out the good with the bad. I mean, I have a personal opinion too, but I'm sure you don't want to hear it, but I believe that's why we have assessments. Assessments is what, you know, people are willing to pay for something, so.
Does anybody else on the committee have any more questions or comments?
And just so you know, it doesn't change, you know, the amount of money we're going to bring in. You know, I'm sure everyone knows that, but
Yep.
it just shifts it. Is there anything else you need to know?
Anybody on the committee have any more questions, comments?
I also have a pretty interesting, let's see, I'll tell you what, in 2002, residential was 88.3. In 2021, it's estimated at 87.19. So you can tell the highest we were was in, well, let's see, why don't we do lowest? Because lowest would be the one you would more want to look at. Was 2016, it was 86.2 compared to the commercial at 13.8.
Good. Okay, thank you, Shirley.
You're welcome.
Shelley,
Shelley? Yes, Shelley.
Oh, Shelley, did I say, was it Shelley?
You can call me Shirley. That was my mother's name, and she.
That's easy enough. Shelley. I'll blame it on the phone breaking up.
There you go.
All right, anybody else? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve a factor of 1 as the 2021 tax rate. That's Eric. Sorry, Josh.
We have a second?
Susie seconds.
Thank you, Susie. Josh, you want to do a roll call?
Nate,
Aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Kathy,
Aye.
Julie,
Aye.
Susie.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion was approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shelley.
Thank you.
All right, now we have resolution FY 21-003, the FY 2022 budget resolution that came out. I know that Eric brought it up. Council Wood had gotten in touch with me and asked that this year that the finance committee be much more involved in the process. And so the thought process was that we would form a subcommittee to work with the budget subcommittee. And work directly on the 22 budget. Any thoughts?
Is it just for
Question?
working on the resolution?
I think it's more than that. I think that we would be, our subcommittee would be, meeting with the town manager and the town finance director and.
How
Yeah,
many
I've been-
people would we need on it?
Well,
Sorry,
I
Nate.
would think, I think we'd want to have 3 people on there.
So is this similar to what you, myself, and Kathy did last year, and then just for a little bit for the resolutions, and then we just
Yeah,
continue to-
yeah, it'd be similar to, because we did have our budget subcommittee. So yeah, it'd be similar to that. So we would be much more involved in the process instead of essentially, just seeing it at the very end and putting a rubber stamp on it.
I think that'd be great.
So obviously, I would be on said committee. Are there others that would be interested?
I'd be interested in, I think it's a good opportunity for this group, whether we have everybody on this call involved or not. I think Mr. Wood saw value when he sat in some of our meetings, and this is his recommendation to get us more involved. So I think that's an endorsement from somebody that's seen both sides of the house, and I would support any asks of Bill. So I'm happy to help.
All right. Do we have one more victim? Volunteer?
As good as I am on the Zoom, it's Julie. I'll give it a whirl.
All right. So do we need to vote to create this subcommittee, correct? Is that how we did it last year?
Sorry about my dog. Xander, knock it off.
I think we just vote it and put it in minutes.
Could I be an alternate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or like, can the subcommittee have that many?
Sure. So it's not like we're voting on. It's not like we're voting on anything. We have to bring everything back to the full committee. So
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
do we have a?
I think
a
last
motion?
time,
Whoop, go ahead, Kathy.
I was just gonna say, I think last time when we created it, we then had that group go off and come up with what the charter was for the group, what the roles and responsibilities were for that group. So I don't know if you want it to be the same or different, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I think that we should just create the and just focus on the 22 budget with this committee. Do you agree?
I'm okay with that. And Susie, this is Julie. If you want the main spot, I'll be the alternate I didn't want to steal the spot if you want the main spot.
Oh, no, no worries. No, I think it's just because, this is my first year of this term and it's more so I would just love to learn and kind of absorb. So hence why I feel like I shouldn't be a primary.
It's
Yeah.
only my second class, so I'm up in April, so that's why I'm saying, I don't know what, but either
Well,
way.
even
figure it
even for Eric and I, it would be something new, you know, and it'd be more in the process. So I think last time we created, as a committee, we created a subcommittee. So I think that's the way we did it. So do we have a motion to create a 2020 budget subcommittee? And
So
appoint
moved.
That's a 2022, right? Isn't it like a,
2022, yep.
And did you want it just as the budget subcommittee, or did you want to do a subcommittee without the budget included?
I think we were thinking more budget the 2022 budget subcommittee, I guess, somewhere along those lines, Josh.
Okay.
So I heard a motion from Eric, right?
Yes. Motion.
Anybody else?
second, Julie?
All right, Josh, you want to call the roll?
Yep. Nate,
Aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Kathy,
Aye.
Julie,
Aye.
Susie.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion was approved.
Okay, thank you. I know we were discussing, so that's, we're all done with the new business. We do obviously have our other categories down below. Do we have anything pressing? Because I do have something pressing. Anybody?
Nope.
Would it be okay if we hold, okay. We talked real quick, so our next meeting is going to be the 14th, is that correct? Josh?
Just check here. Yeah, that'd be the second Monday in December.
I can't attend that day.
Julie, you said you could be there, right?
I did.
Yeah, I can be there. Eric, how's the 14th work for you?
14th is fine.
All right, we'll have to get Bob or Leah in on it. We'll be good. All right, so if we can do that, Josh, December 14th at 6:30.
Kathy, if we had it later, could you make it?
I don't think so, because we have a GMES and we're voting, we have to vote on the bid. So I think it's going to be a long meeting.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, so we'll stick with 6:30. Anything else, or do we have a motion to?
Nate, I also,
So this is,
that does conflict with me too. I was just going to ask, because I think it was going to be scheduled, the GMES was going to be scheduled for 12/7.
Yeah.
We're going to be for 12/7.
Yeah.
I might be able to get somebody to fill in for me, but would you guys rather do 12/7 now that it's open?
I can do 12/7 too, so.
So can I, it's Julie.
I think Kathy, I don't want to speak for Kathy, but since we don't have the GMES meeting that night, I'll definitely be available.
How about you, Susie? Is the 7th work for you?
Wait, I'm sorry, I got lost on these dates. December 7th? Yes,
Yep.
that's fine.
7th.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
So-
No, oh, sorry. I have a meeting at 6. So no, sorry, the 7th is not good.
But we still have 4 of the 5 and we get 2 other committee members, right?
Yeah.
All right, Josh, so let's do the 7th
Okay.
and we'll do 6:30.
oh, so this is Kathy again. So I guess I got dropped off, but I'm not sure why, of our committee discussion. The item on the liaison for the school committee, budget subcommittee and the school committee, and then getting the information on the golf course and the transfer station, the historical information, which were both asked for by residents of Bridgewater who joined the call, I don't know, back in August or September. So I'm not sure why those all dropped off.
Oh, yeah, I don't either, to tell you the truth. Because, I wasn't at the last meeting because of a family emergency. So I noticed that too. I can certainly send Josh an email and add him back on, Julie.
That's Kathy, but yes, thank
Oh,
you.
Kathy. Okay, Kathy.
Can you just send us an email what exactly you need? Because I wasn't aware of any request for historical info.
Well, Laurie, someone asked at our meeting, and I think Tony was on the call that night, that they wanted to see sort of historical, what were the revenue that came in, the expenses, where did we have to move money out of other, the general fund to move in to pay, supplement, I guess, the revenue. So they were looking for historical information for that. So back, I don't know how far back, does anybody else remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Tony, and, maybe he just forgot to tell me.
Yeah, I think they were looking for like, how much did we loan the golf course and when did they pay it back? Did they not? Did we write off I'm going to use that word, but I know it's not the right word, but. And then on the transfer station too, how much revenue, how much expense did we have and how are we supplementing that?
Sure, I can get some data that goes back.
All right.
Okay,
He probably didn't tell you, Laurie, because it wasn't on this agenda. It was like Kathy's saying, it was on previous agendas and we just, for some reason, didn't discuss it.
yeah, no worries. I can, that's not, that's not hard to pull that together, so.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lori. Okay, anything else?
Kathy, did you want to mention anything about the High Street Dam meeting that we listened to on with the economic development, or where there wasn't dollar values that?
I think you can wait till the next meeting if Nate has to run.
Yeah, I
Correct.
do. I do.
Hey,
Yeah, we can.
What'd you say, though? You sat in on the last meeting concerning it?
yeah, it was on the 16th, I think, right? Is that when it was last week?
Yeah, I missed part of it, but
Yeah.
That
They gotta
would be
wait.
great, because I would actually like to hear that.
It's available online too, Nate. I believe they had a link still, but.
Okay.
maybe for that one, when we talk about that, we should invite Michael to join us because maybe he can help us
Summarize.
understand sort of what might be coming to the town for financials, from a financial perspective for the project.
That's a good idea, Kathy. What's the official mechanism for doing that? Should I send him an email to invite him to the next meeting, Eric? You there, Eric?
I am. I was on mute. I apologize. Yeah, I think that works. Absolutely. Just send them an.
All right.
Yep.
So, Michael, all right, just made a note of that. Asking to join, discuss High Street. Join High Street. Okay, got it. All right, anything else?
Nope.
All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Eric.
Second, Julie.
All right, Josh, you want to do a roll call?
Yep. Nate,
Aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Kathy,
Yes.
Julie,
Aye.
Susie.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion was approved. The meeting is adjourned.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.